Philosophy tipo Tumblr.
Why did the US attack Venezuela? That is, why did Trump attack Venezuela? Well, there are several reasons. The first reason is that Venezuela was weak. That is, Hugo Chavez and after him Maduro had so weakened Venezuela that its per capita income fell from $15,000 to 5,000, in fact, $4,000 in the latest round. That is, it was one fourth. Venezuela was not just weak, but Venezuela also has a lot of assets. It is the has largest oil reserves in the world. It is not Russia, it's not Iran, not Saudi Arabia, which has the largest oil reserves. Now, because they have the highest oil reserves in the world and they are so weak, this became a target for Trump because Trump is a guy of the 70s and 80s. He likes that world. He wants to go back to that world. And there are also political reasons for it. Well, the oil lobby is quite powerful in funding him. And he had promised them that Venezuela would be delivered. It's not that the US will take over the oil. In fact, the US never took over the oil, even in Iraq, as you know. US invaded Iraq, but did not suck out the oil. What it wants is that it wants uninterrupted global oil supplies for its strategic interests and keeping the oil price low, etc., but not directly to steal that oil. So he promised the oil industry, which funds him. He also has a base in oil-producing states like Texas, Alaska, etc., which want oil to continue, and a green energy transition or a movement to electric vehicles, etc., will hurt this voting base. So that's the first reason. Second reason is ideological. Both Hugo Chavez and Maduro, his successor, were left of center. And Trump is a guy who supports right of center or right wing governments. And you can see that in Honduras, in Chile, in the recent elections. He supported the right wing candidate who won. Milei in Argentina, who was in trouble, he gave him a bailout. Even Bolsonaro is in jail. He keeps supporting him in Brazil. So he would like Maduro to leave for that reason. Third reason is it pays to his political base that Maduro was involved in the drug trade and some drugs come through Venezuela. By the way, Venezuela is neither the largest supplier of drugs, that distinction goes to Colombia, nor is Maduro himself the largest drug kingpin. It doesn't grow. It just serves as a via conduct, a route for drugs. But most of the drugs don't even take that route. Most drug smuggling to the US happens through the Pacific. So even the drug thing would not immediately end if Maduro ends the drug problem in the US. But what would happen is that he could show it as a victory to the crowd, which is troubled by fentanyl and other drugs in the US, that, look, I'm making progress on it. Okay. The fourth issue is ideological. And to some extent, a power play, actually, not ideological, it's realist in the sense that he wants to make America great again and go back to the Monroe Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine, propounded by a president of the United States in the 19th century, is that Latin America and Central America are America's backyard, and Europe and other colonial powers should stay away. And that's what he wants, a sphere of influence in Central and South America, as used to happen during the Cold War or in the 19th century. And that's why he doesn't mind Putin having his own sphere or Xi having a small sphere of his own. So that, again, appeals to the MAGA base, the nationalistic base. And also, he can sell it at home as America coming back and claiming maybe next time it'll be Greenland or something else. Finally, for Trump, it will be a big political victory if there is regime change. We are not sure there will be regime change. The reason we are not sure is that Maduro has left a succession plan and his loyalists, the vice president and the defense minister and others, are still in power. But should the government fall and Maria Corino Machado, the lady whose party had won in 2024 the elections, but which were rigged, and then Maduro took over, that lady who got the Nobel Peace Prize, if she's able to come back to power, then it'll be a great victory for Trump, and he can trumpet that at home as well. Now, maybe she may not immediately come to power. Maybe the current government may survive a bit longer, but appears unlikely that the government will be able to survive for long, because the US has completely shut down all oil exports. US has attacked their tankers, their ports, and that was the only small source of income left for Venezuela. So, and with their leader gone, it's most likely that Venezuela's current government, as you can see on the screen, that photograph of Maduro being arrested and taken to the US, it's unlikely to survive. And so this would be a great political victory also for the US. So he checks many boxes, also appealing to his voting base of Latinos, some of whom are of Venezuelan extraction. See, Venezuela did suffer a massive economic setback over the last decade and a half, such that 8 million Venezuelans have left Venezuela. 8 million. That is one of the largest refugee flows of any country, even larger than what happened from Syria or the Middle East in 2015 to 16. And these 8 million have gone into the neighboring countries, everything from Colombia to Brazil to Argentina, everywhere. And they have gotten into the US and Mexico as well. So he can also appeal to the crowd which wants immigration and illegal immigration to stop. So this instability that was created by the problems in Venezuela, hopefully will also be solved with this. So it checks many boxes, and it's a low-hanging fruit. It's easy to do because Venezuela is now so weak. And this more or less explains why Trump and the US attacked Venezuela and took away Maduro. In the next video, I'll explain what the implications are. The implications are huge. This is very big news. This is huge news. And there'll be big implications for the rest of the world, both in the Caribbean, in the Middle East, and in India and its neighborhoods. Thank you.